Alrighty, welcome back. This is Aussie Gamer 17 and we're playing some more Deus Ex Mankind Divided. We're here in Jensen's apartment and we need to do 2 more side missions before we can continue on with the main story. Let's have a quick look at the objectives menu. So the main mission is hunting down the final clues. That last step will finish that mission. We covered the main mission a couple of videos ago. But before we do that, we want to finish, first of all, we're going to do side mission 11, the last harvest, and we're going to grab any achievements related to that. And we're also going to grab the final 2 ebooks that are available in Prague. We're going to grab those while we do side mission 11. We also have this point of interest, Samizdat SOS, and that's going to lead to another side mission. If we have time, we'll cover both of those in this video, but either way, we're going to cover both of those before we move on with the main story mission. Alright, so the first step for that one, actually, let's make sure we've marked it up. Check up on Daria. If you remember from the last video, Detective Montag is at her apartment. There he is down there, so we're going to go have a chat with him to get this started. Let's do it.
My Interpol friend, it's dangerous for you to be out in the street tonight. What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
The killer is still out there. More victims have turned up. All of them Augs, all harvested. Just like Angela's gun.
So it's the same person doing all this. We still have no idea who that is.
I'm not sure where all this is going, but I've been looking at old case notes, and it's uncanny. Marek Svobotka, the old harvester, is supposed to be dead, yet this killer seems to... Little habits that were never made public. I even called the cemetery just to make sure Svobodka's still dead.
And?
He's dead.
Alright, question.
That doesn't explain what you're doing here.
It's still my case, isn't it? And it's still open. I was hoping that maybe Daria suddenly remembered something. What about you? You know very well that your Interpol ID doesn't mean shit tonight. Hell, I should be arresting you right now.
Alright, just to see who's listening, a big shout out to Bretto Blaster who has been following this walkthrough. And if you don't already know, I've been streaming my practice runs over on Twitch, so make sure you head over there and follow me there, just like Bretto Blaster has. So I wanted to give him a big thank you and let you guys know that I'm over on Twitch. So there's a link in the description below. Make sure you check that out and give me a follow there. I'm trying to grow that will help me with this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel is still going to be the priority. So thanks, guys. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, let's just tell him. I like this detective. I think he's trying to do the right thing.
She said she was in trouble. She said he was here. When she got cut off, is she in there?
I wouldn't know. I knocked and no one answered. I've been worried about her. So she called you.
You know how she feels about cops.
Right. Look, you're not supposed to be outside tonight. I'll take a look around the building. You see if you can find a way inside. Hopefully we're not too late. Just try not to get caught, eh?
I won't.
I think I'll be fine, mate. We know what we're doing. Okay, and now we can just hack our way in the door. It's only a level 1 hack, so let's do that. Now, I can't remember. Can we get to the red thing? Yes, we should be able to. So let's try that. Oh, I gotta go here first. Whoops, I nearly skipped one.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Ooh, I didn't know that was going to be there. There, we got there anyway. Alright, in we go. And we're going to search the apartment and find out what has happened to Daria. But it doesn't look good. Check out the blood. Yikes. Alright, we're going to find some clues. Let's go to the bedroom first. And probably the most important clue on this computer here. Okay, but in order to get access to this, I'll just show you actually. It's a level 4 hack. We are going to have to use a multi-tool. Once again, if you've been following along, you should have plenty of these, so don't worry about using one here. We're not going to get one back though in this apartment or anything. But you need to read the email, especially I think this one here, from a Dr. Nicholas Cipra. Alright. And you'll find there that it gives us an optional objective. More about that in just a second. I can't remember if I covered this early, because we've actually been in this apartment before. And I remember this telescope is pointing at the entrance to our apartment right there. So just a little bit interesting there. She's keeping an eye on us. Now we are in the apartment trying to look for clues. So that email was one clue. Another clue is this diary here. You can have a read of that on the right hand side there. Alright, so let's close that. So that's another clue. Head out here, and before we get another clue, something really important that we want to grab while we're here. I mentioned earlier that we need 2 more ebooks in Prague, and here's one of them. In the Footsteps of the Harvester. Alright. And there should be a clue over near the TV. This textbook here. Oops, and I missed the bathroom. We should have gone to the bathroom while we were over that way. So go in the bathroom here. And there is a clue here. The hypodermic needles. You might recognize them. They match needles that we found on the body outside. Alright, I don't think there was anything else in the bathroom. Okay, head across to what this is possibly a closet. And there's a clue here on the drawers or dresser or whatever it is. Looks like it belonged to Daria. It's just a hair accessory, I think. And there's a clue here, this bloody number scratched into the wall. Written in blood, the number 698843. Okay, let's check our objectives now. We've found all the clues, and it says to follow the trail, and it also says optionally we can visit that area to go and see Dr. Cipra, however you want to pronounce that. Now, I'm going to quickly follow the trail, but before we get to the end of the trail, we definitely want to go and visit Dr. Cipra, because otherwise we won't get all the achievements related to this side quest. Because obviously it's optional, you can skip that part. But the blood trail goes through this vent, out here, and it drops down here, and down here. You can still see traces of the blood through the rain here. And we've got a torn cloth. And then a manhole and the blood trailing down into the manhole. But we're not going to go there for now. Alright, so before we do that, we're going to head back this way. And don't forget, we need to be careful. The whole city is in lockdown. And we need to make our way to the subway, to the train station. Let's do it by going this way. Why are they on alert right now? That I do not know. And does this have something to do with not being able to get the Foxiest of Hounds achievement? I'm not sure. Alright, we'll cloak if we need to. I don't know which way this police officer goes. Might just cloak here and head around the back here. That was a lot more cloaking than I was intending to do, but I don't remember that first guy being in my way like that. Anyway, let's see, can we make it across here without being spotted? Yep. In we go. Okay, this is why we took care of this fella earlier. Ah, hang on. It's easier if we go the other way. Sorry. Either way, it's still easier that we took care of him and he can't see us coming down here. Alright, we can go a bit faster now. I'm going to try and avoid that glitch I was having earlier, or that bug, and we're going to use the Augs only screen again. And this time, where are we headed? Why does it say head up there? Oh, whoops, I thought we marked that. Okay. I did have to restart. I got spotted, and so I had to edit the video there, so it may have reset the waypoint. Yeah, we're going to the northeast, to Pilgrim Station. Let's do it. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, we've got the turret where we left him over there. Just guarding that wall for us, like a good boy. For some reason this bottom laser isn't working, which is good for us. Once we get out of here, we'll be able to see exactly where we need to get to. Let's open up the map and have a quick look. So Dr. Cipra's office is, or pharmacy, or whatever you want to call it, is just behind the limb clinic. We can either go left or right. I'm just going to reassess where these guys are. Let's just head around here for now. Oh, yeah, he nearly spotted me, but not quite. And we're going to sneak down this way. And we should be able to get in behind these guys and into this shop. Okay, and I definitely recommend doing a save just here, because we do need to make sure we make the right options when speaking to this doctor guy right here. So let's have a chat to him.
What are you doing here? It's after curfew. It's dangerous.
Serial killers are dangerous. Curfews are just inconvenient.
I beg your pardon?
Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
Now, this is not important what we choose here. Let's see. Yeah, press him.
I don't have much time, so you need to start talking fast. Daria's in grave danger. That's if she's even still alive. If there's something I need to know about her.
Trust me, there's no hurry. The further men like you stay away from Daria, the better it is for everyone. You should forget it.
Why men like me? Look, I know about the email you sent her. I know you performed some kind of surgery. Why was it so important for Daria to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
Your patient? You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Tai Young Medical, big tech corporation. You know it?
Enough to know I don't like where this is going.
I headed a project, the cutting edge of neural science and cellular memory replacement. We dealt with people suffering from severe social disorders. We were making people better by making them better people.
There we go.
How exactly did you make people better?
We found a way to isolate specific character traits. The idea was to use neural implants with imprints of desirable traits from select individuals and insert them into others who were, how should I say, less gifted. Take a man like yourself, for example. Could have given you a sense of humor.
Funny enough as it is.
Yeah,
How about
Jensen's
you tell me
real
what
funny.
you know? Something obviously did.
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Tai Young forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
Okay, and once again here, these are not the. This is not the decision that matters for the achievement. We're not the type to blackmail. All right, yeah, we're going to intimidate him because we're a scary dude.
I've been very patient so far. Too patient. That's about to change unless you start getting into details. What are you not telling me?
Look, I haven't had anything to do with this for years. Tai Young Medical contacted me and told me it was my responsibility because Daria was my patient. They implied that if Daria's story ever came to light, I would take all the blame.
So you're in this out of the goodness of your heart. What else?
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Tai Young had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Tai Young Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoners into the mentally unstable? Smart. Let me take a wild guess. Daria's donor was Marek Svobotka, better known as the Harvester.
Donor number
Here we go.
843. All I was given was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
Yeah, let's do that one.
An innocent woman's been turned into a vicious killer, in large part because of a procedure you carried out. I'd say that matters.
Daria wasn't turned into anything. She willingly participated in a procedure. Now she is willingly killing people. You may choose to see a causal relationship between those two things, but let me assure you, it's more complicated.
Save it for the lawyers. What I need to know is how to stop her.
All right. Look, we obviously want the same thing here. Daria has a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to,
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her, but then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
Have you looked at me? All right, now this is where it's important. Now, if we hadn't have... Yeah, we need to choose the other way, and this will open up some options for us later on in the mission. I won't say any more without giving it away.
There must be another way.
Oh, so that I don't give it away.
Attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim.
And here we need to contradict
she is behind
the Alpha.
Will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Tai Young Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you installed.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria has been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026.
Remember that?
But I warn you, do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
Alrighty, there we go. We've got the optional objective completed now. Okay, and from here...
Dangerous to be out in the street.
Oh, I didn't know this was here. Hang on, what's this one? Password. Okay, we can use that upstairs, which is where we're heading to get the final ebook in Prague. Hang on, that was weird. That normally has a hypostim in it. That's very strange. Not that we need it, but very different. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, it's really not important. We don't need anything in those. It's just extra money. We're going to go in this vent. We want to get into the apartment up there. I think it's a level 4 or 5 hack though, so we're not hacking in the door. We are going in this way. And we're going to go up here. And into the apartment. And once inside the apartment, move the fridge. And behind the fridge, the final Prague ebook. Let's pick it up. Tai Young Medical Report. There we go. Very sneaky ebook. Very easy to miss playing the game, but not if you're following this guide. Aussie's got your back, guys. We have got all of the Prague ebooks, and there are 3 ebooks in the game left. They're all in another location when we leave Prague, the next time we leave. Alright. Now, I believe we just got the password to this, so let's punch it in, grab some XP. There's not much else on here. I think it's all story schmory. Yeah. Pause the video and have a read of that if you want to. There's some money over here. Don't remember there being anything in the bathroom, but I can't help myself. I have to check. Alright. And now we can leave. If we have a look at our objectives again, we now have to travel back to Prakaska. Found something, blah, blah, blah. We're going to follow that trail of blood now. So we have to get back past all the police and guards. Back out this way. Alright, we'll just keep an eye on these guards. That one's going to turn, yeah, facing this way. As soon as he turns away, head out here, turn right, and then right again. We should be able to get away. And back down, back to the train station. Once again, we should be able to get around here. There we go, that was close, but if we needed to, we could cloak, wait for that guy to turn around. Come on, buddy. Come on, big guy. See if we can just get across like this. There we go. And make it down these stairs now. There we are. And look at that loyal turret, still just guarding that wall like a good little turret. Who's a good boy? You are. Good boy. Alright. Let's go down and use the non-AUG screen again. I mean the AUG screen, sorry. I think I called it non-AUGs last time too, my bad. Anyway, let's head to Capac Fountain Station. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Just checking my notes. We can now leave the subway. And we've got to head back towards our apartment building and down the alley where the blood trail was. Alright, let's see if we can get out there. We may have to cloak, but we'll see. There's someone just over there looking this way. I do recall him turning around, but it doesn't seem to be doing that right now. Okay, where's he going? Oh! Alright, we're cloaking. Gonna get across here cloaked. Here we go. And once we get behind here, we'll uncloak again. There we are. Down into the alley. Once again, that's why we saved up so many biocells, so that we could just do that without having to worry so much. Alright, so here's the blood trail again. We already inspected the cloth there, and now we can drop down the manhole. Okay. Once again, find the blood trail. There it is. Heading off this way. And you can examine a cell phone. And we can follow it this way. And now you may want to save it after we walk through here. There is a possibility of missing an achievement if you make the wrong choice or something goes wrong here. So save the game. And okay, with your game saved, we're going to go through the door and we're going to get in some dialogue. And I'm going to give you the choices that we need to make to get our desired outcome and grab ourselves an achievement. And you can't do this unless you went and saw the doctor and did that correctly as well.
Before who comes back? The man who killed Angela Gunn?
Yes. He knows you're after him. He wanted you to come.
Alright, so the first thing you need to choose is confront. You can drop the act, Daria. I know what's going on here. I know there's no one else out there. I ran into an old friend of yours. The name Cipra mean anything to you?
You mean Dr. Cipra? Ugh. Where did you dig him up?
He's worried about you.
He's worried about himself. He's Tai Young Medical. They're willing to kill to cover things up, to preserve their precious image. Their reasons are savage compared to mine.
I never noticed this before, but the gun looks dodgy as. Alright, now we would not have had this option if we didn't do the right thing by visiting the doctor and getting the right dialogue out of him. So we're going to use keyword.
I don't believe this is who you are. Something changed in you after Cipra's surgery. Made you do things you would never have done otherwise, for reasons that aren't your own. But it's not too late.
Don't be so naive. I am who I've always been. Cipra's surgery, all it did was give me access to another man's technique, his courage to follow through.
I can still help you.
Alright, and we have to remember the correct keyword, and it's ad hominem 2026.
Ad hominem 2026.
What did you do? Is that how machines pray?
Listen to me. The neural chip that Dr. Cipra installed in you is in the process of shutting down. Try to focus. This version of you that's been hurting people, I don't believe that was really you.
And you have to be ready to press right trigger this time.
Then you don't know me very well. Why? Why should this change anything? The procedure gave me access to memory banks that weren't my own. The choice to draw on those memories was mine alone. You can't take them from me.
The shutdown process may take some time. There may be lingering effects, but that doesn't mean it's too late to help you.
You really believe that, don't you? All right. Prove it. Approach me. Come closer.
I think it's coming up. I can't remember exactly where it is.
Things Dr. Cipra did. There's nothing to be scared of, right? Surely, whatever trace of the harvester was inside me is gone now that you've said the magic words.
Alright, right trigger, persuade.
You obviously need more help than I can offer, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. Whatever power the neural chip had over you should be diminishing now. You should be able to fight whatever urges Svobodka's memories inspired in you.
I don't need help. You do. You need to be saved. All Ogs need to be saved. Svobodka inspired me to... I can make you human again. I have to make you human again to atone for what I am.
Alright, now obviously they gave away the answer there, but it's Omega, which is human eyes.
This notion you got that augmented people need saving, that there's something less than human. Look, I didn't know her, but I guarantee you Angela Gunn was a human being. Her humanity was defined by her ideas, her passions, the causes she believed in. It had nothing to do with whether or not she was augmented.
Svobotka never saw them as individuals. To him, they were victims of an age that terrified him. Mirror images of the monster he had become. He believed the entire race was under attack, that mechanization would keep our souls from migrating.
How does that sound like to you when you say it? Migration of the soul, victims of an age? I'm not talking abstract concepts here. I'm talking about people. Svobotka never saw his victims as human beings because it would have made it impossible to do what he did. He was sick, he was scared. Whatever he was no savior.
You're right. The more he killed, the easier it became. That is why he had to repeat the actions, ritualize them. It was a way of justifying his beliefs. If you kill one man, the memory is like an anvil. If you kill 7, you quickly forget the first. It all starts to seem inevitable. Surely it must be obvious to you by now. The Daria you came here to save no longer exists. She hasn't for a long time. All that remains now is his drive, his legacy, his cause.
And here we go. One more human eyes.
Svobotka didn't have a cause. He was a serial killer, acting out on impulses that he tried to couch in spiritual rhetoric. A way of convincing himself that his actions were justified, but they weren't. No amount of faith or abstraction makes it okay to dehumanize people the way he did.
No. No, it doesn't. But so what if you're right? So what that Svobodka's motivations cannot stand up to scrutiny? His actions, my actions, cannot be justified. Where does that leave me? If those others did not deserve to die, then I deserve to die.
It's not for me to judge you. I want smarter people than me to look into this neural procedure you underwent. Dig into Cipra and Tai Young.
So you're offering me a fair trial?
I'm not offering anything. But if there's any hope of moving on here, not killing anyone else is a good start. Society has every right to judge you, and it also has a right to hear all about Cipra and Tai Young Medical. I'm not an expert on extenuating circumstances, but I'd say you have an interesting case.
You were right before, about the override process taking time. I can feel him receding. Memories of memories no longer crashing against me like they did. Let me prove it to you. Come closer. I want at least one person to know that I'm no longer what I was.
It sounds so tricky, but we do need to select approach, and that should be the end of it.
All right, Daria, we need to get you out of here for real now. This needs to end.
The version of me who did those things to Angela, I cannot even imagine it being me, even though I know it was. Whatever happens now, whatever the authorities decide, I hope you believe me.
What's going on here? What the hell am I interrupting?
Detective Montag,
Daria's got a story to tell you. How you react may have something to do with your thoughts on experimental neural therapies and big medical conglomerates.
I don't understand. Where is the harvester?
I want to turn myself in.
One of you really needs to start explaining.
I want to confess to the killings of Angela Gunn, Misha Voracek, Pavel Klima, and Leonie Wolf.
Jesus, 4 of them.
I also need to tell you about a neural procedure I underwent. It involves Tai Young Medical and a man named Dr. Nicholas Cipra. I hope you'll listen.
You can handle this from here. Just listen carefully to what she has to say.
Oh, geez, a bit close, buddy.
I think
Out of my personal space there.
2 years ago.
And there it is.
Program sponsored by Tai Young Medical. They said they could help people to become better versions of themselves. It It all feels so long ago now. Another lifetime.
I suggest you remember everything you possibly can about this procedure you underwent.
Okay, we're not going to stay and listen to them.
It happened.
We can pick
I'm
up a
not that
few
person.
smoke mines and
I
things
swear.
around.
Take your
They need these,
Another
but
lifetime.
may as well pick them up.
Remember everything you possibly.
And there's some stuff under here, so just be careful under here though. This mine is actually activated. So let's try and
I'm not that.
deactivate it.
I swear to you.
Take your time.
There we go. Or disarm it, I mean.
Happen until I get the tools going.
Alright, and... Ooh. Painkillers we really don't need. And there's another mine down here. Let's disarm this one. There we go. Okay. You don't need to do that, and in fact I probably wouldn't risk it if I was you. If it goes off, you set off an alarm, I think, so that could really ruin the game. Alright guys, now that is actually going to be it for this video. I'm sorry if it turns out to be a little bit short. I'm not sure how the edit will go. Oh, and don't forget to pick up the revolver. This one and the next one will probably both be a little bit short. We're going to do the next side quest on the next video. I've just run out of time in my recording process and stuff like that for now. But yeah, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, remember to give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, post a comment, head over to my Twitch channel and give us a follow there. And if you really feel like supporting me and making sure that I can keep making guides like this, make sure you head over and check out my Patreon and support me there, where you can become a member of Aussie's Army for just $1. Alright guys, I'll catch you all next time.